This is Charlie giving you Monday's market commentary. I'm sorry it's a little bit late out today. Kim and I had meetings down in London today, so I'm just recording this now at 20 to 6 in the evening. So let's do a bit of a review of where I will be looking for trades going into tomorrow. So that's what I want to look for. Before I do that, I just want to mention that we have just launched Kim's new news-based trading product. It's now on the site, so if I bring the website up, so if you go up to easytrader.com, and if you go to education, then you'll see news-based trading there. I'll just take you there. Before, I'll just notice actually, if you're not currently following us on Twitter, you might want to have a little follow on Twitter of us as well, because we're starting to post more. I'm getting into the habit of trying to post more often on those social media sites. So we are starting to do that. Okay, right, and we'll start posting more on Twitter than we will on Facebook. So we put some posts on Facebook. We don't want to load people's Facebook accounts, whereas we'll put a little bit more often, more frequent content on Twitter. Anyway, so education, come down to come down to news-based trading, and there you have it. You'll have all the information there on Kim's new news-based trading product. I won't go through it because I think I've already spoken about it just last week, but you can go there and have a look at it right now. Okay, so the euro dollar, let's go through the next couple of days. It's hit multiple supports, 200-day moving average and 50-day moving average. Plenty of support from a technical perspective as well, from prior highs and clusters. So I'll be looking for some, if I've got positive momentum going into tomorrow morning when I turn the computers on, I will be looking to get on the long side for bounce plays. Certainly I think we've got the potential up to 132, then I'll assess it from there. So I'll be looking for longs on euro dollar, providing we've got positive momentum. If we haven't and we've got negative momentum, then I'll have to stay away from it. It's a difficult one to immediately short when we've got lots of support, but obviously I'd have a look at it. But that's that one. The pound, same situation. If we've got positive momentum, I'll be looking for long side runs. We've got the potential to go up to 155 in the first instance if it wants to bounce from here. We've still got an upward facing 21 moving average, so it wouldn't surprise me to get that strength coming in. If we have a look at the Aussie dollar as well, Aussie dollars put some reversals in down the bottom here, and there's still some divergence behavior here on the daily charts actually between these lows and these most recent lows. And but again, if we've got some positive momentum, then I'll be looking for some upsides plays on Aussie as well. And then on the flip side of that, if we look at the dollar yen, if we've got negative momentum, then I would say that this has probably got a bit more downside to come. It's had a bit of a negative day, but nothing major today. But I'd look for a bounce, or certainly a follow through to at least 97 in the first instance. So we'll see about that. If we go to the S&P, I can't really say too much about the S&P at the moment. It's come down to some more support zones, still around this 100-day moving average. I just haven't got a lot to say for it other than say that it's fairly weak at the moment. Obviously it's coming down. I thought it might break up actually after we closed above this high last week, just roll straight over. It's just what happens sometimes. And so it's now just a case of actually, well, where are we going to go to from here? Well, what we can do, what I could do is actually just put some trend lines on. So let's just do that, and let's put the trend channel line on from across there, and then if I just copy that down, let's just see how that's going to look. Okay, so at the moment this could just mean that we've got a bit of a trend channel line here. We've broken it a little bit. Unless we get a decisive, this is a live chart by the way, unless we get a decisive and a second day below this lower trend line, then this could actually hold, and you could find the S&P having a bit of a bounce into this trend channel. So have a look at that, and I think that's going to be the same on the FTSE. Let's go to the FTSE. If we put a trend channel line on, it's very steep on the FTSE. It's been a bit weaker than that of the S&P, as you can see. And so if I put this trend channel line on, and then I create the channel, then now this is showing prices up to Friday. It's not a live chart, this, on the FTSE, so we'll see. But this is really quite a steep channel, and whenever we get channels, then they always break in the opposite direction. So at some point this will want to break in the opposite direction. It's quite a steep one as well. So I would be looking for the FTSE to find some footing. If it's not already, I could have a quick look off screen, but I haven't got time to type it all in at the moment. So certainly have a look for it to. It has done an inverted hammer down here. I don't know what today's candle has been just yet, but actually, let me just press pause. Right, well, there. So I just thought I'd actually stop being lazy and actually check the FTSE. FTSE has come down again. It's down at 6029, so it's come lower. So let's see if we can actually see where that's come to. 60029. So it's come down to this. So it's actually come down to this lower trend channel line actually this afternoon today. So I would actually be, even though it's very weak, it's not something necessarily to play, but be mindful of the fact that it may be about to bounce. If you are short, then it may be coming into a bounce zone. And lastly, let's have a look at oil. Because oil, I was really looking for oil to break up. I bought it at 97.50. It got up to 99. I moved my stop up to 97, and it just, because I thought it was just going to explode to the upside, and obviously it rolled over. So, but what do I think at the moment? Well, I still think it could potentially come up again. If it gets up to 98, I'll start looking at this one again. Well, start looking at it once it gets up to 97 again. But if it breaks these lows here from beginning of June, then all bets are off. And that pattern's probably over, but the pattern is not necessarily over just yet. As it broke 97.50, I thought it started having a good run, got up to, like I said, 99. I was looking for 100, didn't obviously quite get there before rolling over, so we'll just see what's going to happen with oil, but still watching it. Right, that's me done for now, and we'll be back in touch later in the week.